Hey, what's going on everyone, it's Flamin' here, and recently the first part of the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC expansion pass, the Isle of Armour, released, bringing us a new area in the Galar region as well as bringing back a few previously cut Pokemon from Sword and Shield, new Gigantamax forms, and a new Pokemon being Kubfu and its evolution Urshifu. So in today's video I'll be reviewing the Isle of Armour, and I'll be talking about my thoughts on the Isle of Armour DLC. Without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So as someone who enjoyed Sword and Shield a lot, I was very happy about the reveal of DLC for the game instead of a third Galar game, like what Pokemon usually does. It allows for an expansion of content without having to spend £50 for a whole new game with only a little bit of new content. So the Isle of Armour introduces a few new characters, being your new rival, either Clara in Sword or Avery in Shield, and the dojo leader Mustard, who gives you a Kubfu after. Now, if I have to be honest, these characters are very disappointing to me. Mustard looks very forgettable and bland. Clara/Avery are rivals that don't get a lot of screen time. That's mainly to do with how short this DLC is, but hopefully they fix this in the Crown Tundra, and we'll get into that later. Now, the story of the DLC is actually really good. It focuses on Kubfu, and after you get the Pokemon from completing the 3 trials Mustard tells you to do, and defeating your rival in the battle, and end up having to spend some time with Kubfu by visiting different areas to strengthen your bond with Kubfu. And after that, you end up choosing between going to 2 different dojos, or towers, as the game calls it, to evolve your Kubfu. The Dark type one, turning Kubfu into a Dark type, or the Water type one, turning Kubfu into a Water type. In the tower, you defeat 4 regular trainers of that type, and you defeat Mustard in a battle against his Kubfu, and then you have the ability to evolve it, so it's just like a gym in that aspect. After that, you see that Hop makes it to the Isle of Armour, and you end up going in with him to try to Gigantamax Urshifu for some sort of quest, and that's really it. That's the Isle of Armour DLC story. Whilst the story isn't huge or long, it was very decent for the DLC, and it's nice to see that the game wanted to bond with our Kubfu a lot. Now, the Isle of Armour has a wild area type camera, which I'm very happy about since it was my favourite area in Sword and Shield, and now the Isle of Armour is probably my favourite area in the Galar region. It's very big, and you can even find a lot of secrets in the area, such as the Diglett quest thing you have to do, or you can do, and Pokemon following you returns in the Isle of Armour, which I'm very happy to see, although it doesn't work like it does in Let's Go, where you can ride on certain Pokemon. Speaking of Pokemon, a few older Pokemon return in the Isle of Armour, which makes me really happy as you don't need to buy the DLC to get these Pokemon back. You can either transfer them from older games, or if you know someone who has the DLC, then you can trade them too. And now for some of the most disappointing factors in the Isle of Armour, starting with its level system. When you arrive in the Isle of Armour, your rival's Pokemon are around level 50, and for me, my team was around level 70 to 80, which made the fight go extremely easy. I even tried to catch new Pokemon for my team, but then my Pokemon were under level, as you barely do any battling on the Isle of Armour. I think they could have fixed this problem by restricting the player of using Pokemon over level 50 in the Isle of Armour at first, or by treating it as a new region where you have to make a new team from the get-go. Another thing I don't like about the level system is with Kubfu. When you go to one of the towers, they say that you're only allowed to use Kubfu, which I like, but you have to level it up to level 70 at least in order for the tower to be the Pokemon's level. The Kubfu you get from Mustard is level 10. So you either have to grind or do what I did and do a few max raid battles in order to get EXP candy. This is extremely annoying, and I wish they went ahead and gave you a Kubfu that's at least level 60 instead of one that's level 10. And now for my main complaints, and that's how short the Isle of Armour is. It took me 3 hours to beat the Isle of Armour, and I ended up finishing it the day it came out. This is ridiculous. This DLC costs £25 for only 3 hours of content. This is the main problem as well, because it's too short. It felt sort of forgettable, and it would have been better if they either reduced the price to 15 or even 20, or extended the time for the Isle of Armour to at least 5 to 6 hours. And I get that the Crown Tundra is coming soon as well, but you have to pay another £25 for just playing that, which is really disappointing. So honestly, I had a lot of fun playing through the Isle of Armour. And at first, I was actually really disappointed at how short the DLC is. This is the reason why it's sort of forgettable. It was way too short. I had a great time, but for the price, it was way too much. If it was £15 or £20, then it would have been fine, or even if it was full price but included the Crown Tundra as well. But it's £25 for 3 hours of content, It really hurts this for me. I mean, I love this DLC, I love the regular game too, but if you enjoyed Sword and Shield, then definitely get this. But if you didn't, then I don't recommend it. So overall, I'm giving the Isle of Armour a 7 out of 10. In fact, I was actually debating and was almost going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed the Isle of Armour, but for the price and how short it was, it definitely put the score down a lot lower for me. So yeah, that is today's video. Tell me what you guys thought of the Isle of Armour. Did you really like it or hate it? Or are you still complaining about the national dex? Seriously, it's 2020 and people are still complaining about the dex card. But I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, follow me on all my social medias, link in the description below as always, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.